midnight, and I'm lying wide awake. Your eyes give me chills in every way. Feels right, but it's driving me insane. Whoa. 'Cause I get shivers all down my spine, and I get fever inside my mind. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it all inside, but I can't breathe when you're right here next to me. Yeah, you make me wake. It's like you're taking all my air and my oxygen. You make me sick, but you're the best kind of medicine. I can't breathe when you're right here next to me. Oh no, did I tell you way too much? One touch, and my cheeks they start to flush. Don't stop, 'cause I wanna ride the rush. Whoa. 'Cause I get shivers all down my spine, and I get fever inside my mind. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it all inside, but I can't breathe when you're right here next to me. Yeah, you make me wake. It's like you're taking all my air and my oxygen. You make me sick, but you're the best kind of medicine. I can't breathe when you're right here next to me.
G'day guys, it's Alistair here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the preview show and the first official show, because it's been a little while since I did my last vlog a couple of days ago, just down the hill there. And I think that was leading up to the first preview show, so a lot's happened since then, so let's crack on into it. So the first preview show on Thursday night went really well. You know, normally in the past there would always be something or quite a lot of things that would appear that we would need to continue working on, not only musically but also on the formations. But this year everything seems to be in a really good place starting off, so that's a really good sign for the rest of the month. And you know, there was a couple of things that did happen, but they're really minor details, so that went without any hiccups on Thursday night there. So everyone was pretty much pumped for the first official show, which was happening last night. Sorry, you're probably picking up some background noise here. I've got a lot of excited tourists, even though I'm a tourist, but not really, but tourist in the background taking some photos just above me over here on my left. So hopefully you can still pick this up. So yeah, the official show last night, that was awesome. It was the first time we were playing. I think Thursday night was full, but last night was definitely had a bigger crowd at it, and you could just feel the buzz of it being the official opening. And yeah, the whole show in itself, not just the pipes and drums, but all the acts really did a great job. And I just feel this year's show just has something a little bit unique about it. I guess obviously it's 75 years, but there's a lot of traditional aspects that have come back into play that do really add value again to the production. So it's great to be a part of it. And what do I do during the show, I guess? So that's one of the questions I get asked all the time, especially when doing some of the media stuff for the tattoo. And I guess my role is, obviously I have one of the largest pipe bands on display, 81 members in my team. So we take up 3 files in the mass pipes and drums. So it's quite a big number. There were one point in time, I think down a few years ago, they were looking at us having 4 files, but I'm glad we're sticking with 3 because that just might be a bit too much to manage. But yeah, so I have about 45 pipers in the team this year, or 45 or 47. So yeah, it takes a lot of teamwork from a leadership group that I have to tune them up every day and to manage this group. So I'm very grateful for that team for assisting me with this. So yeah, the first show, outside of that, so what do I get up to during the show? So yeah, I'm obviously involved in the mass pipes and drums, leading the team out, and then, that's the opening sequence of the night. Something a little bit different this year is we do come back on probably 5 minutes later to take part in a little sequence that involves the national anthem. And look, it's the first time in a few years that we've been out on the Esplanade, which is really good to be back out there, because it's a I don't know, an official thing, and it's always a bit weird standing on the stands for the national anthem. So yeah, it's great to be back on the Esplanade with the honour guard for that. And then after that, I'm sort of zipping around then to the coal yard, and then in the coal yard is sort of waiting then for our cue, which this year's a Ukrainian band. And once they finish, then I lead about 35 pipers or something like that. Pretty sure it's about 35 or 35 pipers out of the coal yard onto the Esplanade. And then we play a dance set for the Highland dancers. And this year the music's really cool for that set. It's quite challenging. And it's quite funny because obviously, probably haven't mentioned in a vlog before, but I was supposed to this year have a tune in competition back in the arena with the Boghole band, and unfortunately due to the surgery down here and a lack of practice leading up to this trip, it just wasn't really viable for me to be competing. So hopefully that's going to happen next year. But anyway, the Mason's Apron, I remember growing up as a kid and listening to Boghole playing that at the World. So to play the real version of that at the Tattoo for the dancing set is pretty cool, and it is pretty motoring in terms of the speed, along with some other tunes in there. I think one of the tunes, the Festival Reel, I think it's called, was actually in the Tattoo in 1997. So yeah, it's an Old Wife of the Mill Dust classic jigs in there as well. So yeah, I really enjoy that set. It's quite challenging, and I think, as I mentioned in my vlog the other day, and yeah, I guess from my point of view, I'm standing facing the castle with a half a pipe core looking at my fingers. So each night, my goal is to try and play that to 100% without any note errors. So that's my challenge for the month, is to get through that dance set every time I go out to the best of my ability and try and be as clean as I can through the run. So yeah, so we do that. I actually never get to see what the dancers do, which is a shame, so I'll have to wait till I see the recordings when all this is all done. And then we go off, and then it's basically, we get about probably 10 minutes break at that point. So we do have a holding area, but I sometimes don't even get down to that holding area. So the next cue for my team, or the Mass Pipes and Drums, is hearing the when the American Silent Drill team are on. That's my cue. And then we sort of slowly make our way back up to our starting point, which is underneath the east stands of the arena. And then we go on then for our set 2, which we call Tattoo 75. So and there's some classic tunes in that set. It involves the dancers again. So yeah, I have some in-ears again. I go out, and then I have to turn around along with, I think there's 6 other pipe majors that are out the front tapping our foot to try and keep everyone in time. And we play some classic tunes in there. 7 Night Farewell to Gibraltar is one of them. Amazing Grace, which is a classic. And then we finish with the Glasgow City Pipers, which is obviously quite a special tune for me, having played for the Glasgow Police or Strathclyde Police in my career. So yeah, do that set, and we march off to Highland Cathedral, and that's a tricky introduction into that, I must say. So hopefully we'll start to improve with that one as we go through the month. It's really difficult to have, I don't know, 200 musicians striking in, or 200 musicians starting together when only 6 people have a click track to hear the start of it. So yeah, that will probably be a bit tricky for the month, but we'll slowly get there with that one. And then after that, we're basically turning around and then coming back on for the finale, which is really unique this year, because we're not just formed up the back of the Esplanade, we're actually formed out in our sort of formation that we do for our mass pipes and drum set. Well, I am anyway. And yeah, that's one of the special things and unique things we do this year is we sing in the finale, and that was always something that we've never done before, so it's really cool to hear the whole finale team out there, all the performers singing along to one of our end pieces. And yeah, last night's one went down really well with the audience, so hopefully it will get louder and more confident as the month goes on with that one. And that's really about it. This wind's picking up, so I hope this recording's coming through. So tonight we have 2 shows. It's a big night ahead. So when I head back down from the hill here, I'll just be getting my uniform ready, be grabbing some food, and then putting everything on to get on the bus. So I'll check in again. We get tomorrow off. So looking after a big week, most of my team are looking forward to that. We have a cast party, which is going to be pretty fun, as it is every year. And then we reset and start it all over again on Monday. So hopefully I'll be able to get out and get a few different shots of Edinburgh and talk about a few other things other than just doing the tattoo, because Edinburgh is just much more than that, especially through this month with the festival and everything going on. So anyway, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.